Hello, welcome to my presentation about some things that WebGate does and creates money with it. And IBM found it as important enough to show it to you. And therefore, I welcome you to my presentation and to Rome, my own town, because my name is Roman and it means the man from Rome. There are two things I would like to talk about. One is transforming legacy applications, and the other one is onboarding to SoftLayer. Some facts about our company, founded in 2001 by 3 PricewaterhouseCoopers consultants, and the rest of the figures I just let you read, or read it later when you get the presentation. This is all boring, but this is something I'm quite proud of. We assemble about 200 man-years of know-how in the ICS collaboration software, some of them since version 2.0, so as a matter of fact we almost invented this. Then some facts about how we, about our journey to become an onboarding specialist to the cloud. So first, 2010 we acquired a company called IDESO. This company was very good at traditional domino hosting, and then between 2011 and 2013 we transformed those applications and some more customers to the cloud, to the smart cloud in any IBM smart cloud. And in the same time we found more and more customers that had some legacy applications, and we transformed them as well. In 2014 we had to move those applications again because IBM had the idea to buy SoftLayer, and of course what happened then was this. We had to transform them, the existing customers, to SoftLayer at our costs. IBM just came to us and said, well, in 3 months' time Aining will be shut down and you have to transfer everything to our SoftLayer in Amsterdam. So our first thought was, thank you, IBM. We were really angry. But on second thought, I have to tell you, thank you IBM, and we really mean it, because this is just one little piece that has enabled us to do what we can do today. All those steps from hosting to the cloud in Aining, to transforming applications, and also transforming them, or transferring them from Aining to Amsterdam, has enabled us to do what we do today, and that's what I'm talking about today. So enough of all this small talk and bragging about how great we are. Let's go to show time. So first thing I'll talk about is how we transform legacy applications to the cloud and became a successful software as a service provider. And the second one is how we onboard a very special customer to the cloud. So the first part, we start here. How to transform legacy applications to the cloud. Well, first thing of all, you have to become an X-Page ninja. You have to be like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, the best in martial arts, and we, WebGate, we reckon that we are among the best in transforming and X-Pages. And here a small fact thing, do you know what Bruce Lee likes best? Bruce Lee likes wata! And that's what we do as well. So don't talk about the domino server anymore to your customers. Talk to them about the rock-solid application server that Domino actually is. Better, more stable than Apache and Tomcat, and with a very rich feature set like encryption or the address book or user handling. Those are things that Apache and Tomcat or other Java application servers cannot offer. We look at the Domino server as a rock-solid Java application server. And if the customers has a Lotus Domino phase-out decision, they come to you and tell you, well, don't say the word Lotus anymore, don't say the word Notes anymore. We have a solution for them as well. We just talk about this great alternative. It's called Xwork server. In fact, it's just another word for the Domino server and a different licensing. But we actually had examples where we talked to the customer. He says, we cannot have a Domino server in our environment. We told them, have an Xwork server instead. And then, the best thing about it is it's backward compatible with the Domino server. So, let the customer was happy. No Domino server anymore, but a Java server. To do the transformation of legacy apps to very modern applications, we had to create a methodology. This methodology is called Auto, and it has become so important for us that we even created pictograms for all the different steps. I'll let you read them, but for all of those steps we have found great solutions and great processes to transform our applications. And this is how such an application looks. And we often, when we show this application, they say, what? IBM connections on Domino? And the rest, you know what this means. You don't have to say it here. So this is a Lotus Notes application. I can prove it to you. You see up there in the URL the NSF up here. So this is definitely a Notes application. And this is how a Lotus Notes application can look today on a web, after it has been transformed by our company. By the way, this framework is freely available to everybody on opentf.org. I show the link afterwards. opentf.org. Please check it out. You will see great things. What we do here, all those legacy applications are plugged into this solution. Those are some examples we had with companies, successful transformations of such applications. For instance, front-end coffee machines, maybe not well known, but I can tell you they are huge, they are worldwide. For instance, all the kitchens, the standardized kitchens of McDonald's are created by Franke worldwide. And also, for instance, the coffee machines of Mac Coffee are created by Franke. So they're huge. And they have made the decision to move away from Notes to Google. We all know it's a bad decision, but we can still do the best there is. Give them possibilities to live on with some of the applications. We all know it's very difficult to have the final 10-15% be migrated to a new platform. So those applications you can take and transform to a new world by telling the customer, we take your application, we put a new user interface on it, and we put this application onto a rock-solid Java application server that runs in an environment and give it back to you as software as a service. So Franke has done this with for instance, some spare parts for all the distributors worldwide for their coffee machines. Diverse is another example. They had a very old CRM solution. The management decided to phase out Notes. They were not allowed to buy new servers, new licenses, new versions of the server. So what we did is we took the application, transformed it with our methodology to a new user interface, put it onto a server at SoftLayer. By the way, Franke is also on SoftLayer, and gave it back to the customer as a software as a service, where he pays like some money per user, or enterprise phone like 2,000 Swiss francs a month, and that's how they operate now. And we have saved them a lot of trouble. They're very happy. Today, Diversi has 160 sales people out there, all working not with laptops anymore, but with iPads. Theater Winterthur is another great example which I would like to share. This theater had never had any IBM software at all. They used huge amounts of Excel sheets in various versions, not up to date sometimes. And now everything is on an application, and we have created an X-Page for them. The application runs in SoftLayer. Everybody has access to it. They can plan the whole theater, everything. It's very huge success story, because We even have now many theaters asking for the same solution, so we can repeat this many times over and over again. That's our plan. So please check out opennetf.org. We are a contributor to that. That's a great community. I think around 70,000 visitors each month, 6,000 downloads at least each month. And we are very proud to say that our CTO and IBM champion, Christian Rüdemann, is the chairman of OpenNTF, and we really share a lot of our knowledge there. So you can find a lot of things we have done there and repeat it actually. So just to give you some screenshot, that's a notes application that runs on a smartphone or on an iPad. Works perfect, and that's the web page, and part of this information comes from our application. So next example is how we onboarded successfully a customer to SoftLayer, and because this was done in such a short time, I will show it to you in a countdown. So countdown starts with 10, and please note we are in Rome, so I'm using Roman figures. This is 10. So customer and IBM approach WebGate, telling us we have some small task for you. We need to move 200 applications to the cloud or somewhere else. The CEO's impression of this company, Mr. Keller, is a French guy. He goes like in the discussion we had, oh, this is not a problem. We make a backup here, we put the backup there, and finish in cloud. Piece of cake. Well, the fact is, it's not a piece of cake. We said, okay, not so easy. What about access? What about hard-coded server names? What about downsizing your infrastructure? What about all the new users? What about interfaces with other legacy applications like SAP or ERP systems? What's happening there? And very important question, what is your time frame? And the time frame was great. We had only 7 weeks left to complete this task. The customer was really late here. So, and this means by end of August 2014 we had to be finished with this, moving 200 applications worldwide distributed to SoftLayer. So WebGate accepts the challenge. Of course, we are very brave, and so we started with this, but then things happened. 5. Oh, we forgot. The customer comes to us and says, yes, we need a real-time live access to our on-site SAP. Help us. Needs to be done. Oh, did we tell you that this application has the possibility to buy stuff from us via credit card? So the customer can put in his credit card information, buys stuff from us, and of course this is a non-node server that is directly connected to the Credit Card Institute. So we said, okay, it's getting worse now. Of course, we completely forgot about our servers in Brazil. And without those servers, no truck will run in deliver our goods, and we will lose lots of money by the hour. So those servers need to be transferred as well. And then T-2 weeks, they came, well, we didn't find other people that helped us with all the servers. We actually found they are included. You know, can you help us with those servers? And those are all non-nodes domino servers. So you can read it for yourself. This server was used for the credit card approval. Then we had the Tomcat server for the global operation portal. Then we had real-time access to SAP, knowledge server engine with SQL server, including FTP, 2 Viata boxes for virtual networks. I tell you, we didn't even know how to write Viata at that time. But we said, okay. I admit we had slight attacks of panic because 2 weeks only left and lots of knowledge to be gathered. But we accepted it. We worked hard. I can tell you we had endless hours, sometimes working very late. Lots of pizza was used during the process. But then all you need, number 1, final countdown, all you need is love, like the great Beatles song, and a great team, I need to admit, to add. So nulla, as you have seen, the Romans by all means they were really clever in building stuff, but they were very bad in calculations. But they didn't have a zero. Romans didn't have a zero, so nulla means nothing, but we had, I need another slide, that's why we have nulla. So we did it. But 30 servers became 10 SoftLayer servers today. 15 employees of the WebGate team were involved because we needed various skills. We had to use a lot of engineering know-how from dominant to Java application servers to TCP/IP, how to do the network, to do load balancing, because we run into problems in SoftLayer Amsterdam, not having enough IDs on, I think, on Viata, about the virtual private network. We had to have application development know-how. We had to scan all those 200 applications for hard-coded server names. SoftLayer know-how, of course, as well. We had to have very high spirits and not lose faith into our knowledge and complete confidence in our people and their skills. So we did it, and that are some of the codes or some of the things, the results that came out. I don't want to read through this, but especially this one I'm very proud of. The team and I here in the US can honestly say this has been the best migration ever in our history of the company. And WebGate has done this. Those are all quotes, real life quotes from people all over the world that approached us after the successful migration. We're very proud that we were able to do it. So we are more than happy to share our knowledge with you and with partners. So if in your company you have the same issue about a customer that has some leftover applications that are difficult to migrate to a new platform, why not offer them a complete makeover, transform those legacy applications into top-level browser applications and let them run onto a rock-solid Java application server. Or if you have a customer that needs to transform his applications to the cloud, I tell you here, it's not easy. You need a lot of skills, and we have them, and we are more than happy to share them with other partners. So if you just involve us in those projects, then we are more than welcome to do that. Contact me after this presentation. I'm here the whole day and tomorrow as well. That was it. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening.